Hey, welcome back to another edition of Gargoyles Didn't Diecast. I'm Gargoyle, and today we have the T2 that I've been wanting to do. What is that for, you ask? That is for the third entry of the Outlaw Speedshop Diecast Truck Invitational. Now, the thing with it is you're only allowed to have one entry. So I made this originally to be the entry for it. Joking around. It's a 77 Datsun custom base. I lowered it, slammed it, put a roll pan on it, got rid of the bumpers, etc. Did the decals. So that was the first one I did. Well, then I did a custom stage fright as well. And here it is. Now I added the motor, got real rubber red right, or real rubber red lines. The Gatling guns I loved, just with it being a stagecoach and Gatling guns and all that. It was fitting. So yeah, there was that. So that was the second one I did. So I decided I was going to do a third one, and what I told everybody in the last video, I'll tell you guys now. At the end of this video, I want you guys to go in the comment section and vote which one you think is the best that I should enter into the Diecast Invitational out of these three, because I'm only allowed to have one entry. So far, I know which one I'm leaning towards, but I came up with an idea for this one, and yeah, this one is definitely still a contender. So let's get to crack-a-lacking and get this part and see what I come up with. I hope you guys enjoy this one. As always, shielded drilling. Step up your drill bit size. I noticed, is it this side? No, it's this one. Notice it's all shoved back up in there. This back axle's bent anyway. Oh, detail's loose. There we go. Very, very plain interior. And our glass, of course. How does the glass pop out? Yeah, there we go. A little dirty. Clean up and gauzy. Gauzy fixes everything. We got that. Well, I like this because it makes it easy for what I was going to do as far as the modification I'm making. And yeah, no. And no. Those aren't going to do it. Sorry. Not happening. But other than that, the base is not bad. I'll just touch it up with a monochrome marker. It doesn't need to be totally redone. So it's good. And I can't really lower this because the thing's already pretty damn well. I mean, yeah. So yeah, there's not really much as far as lowering that I can do to it. I'd have to put a smaller tire on it in order to get any lower. So, yeah. So I had to come up with some kind of mod other than just decals and paint. I mean, yeah, that still makes it a custom technically, but, you know, it's not custom, you know, like the other two vehicles were. You know, the custom base, that, and the motor, the other one. So I decided I wanted to do something to this. So, with that being said, I need to drill apart one more car. And I don't really care about using the shielded drilling because I'm only using this for the motor. That's all I want out of it. And this is one of those projects that may get hate from a few people. I know what I'm going to do to it. It would probably be considered blasphemy by some. We'll keep this because it is kind of a cool looking car. So we'll keep the car itself. As you can see, this is a Chevy Volt. Wait a minute. Darkwood, what are you doing with a Chevy Volt? And a Volkswagen? Oh my lord, what the hell's going on? Yeah, that's right, folks. I'm going to use the Chevy Volt. It's got a perfect parachute on the back. It's going to go on the back of the Volkswagen. And it has an electric motor. Yep, that's right. We're getting rid of this motor. Instead, we're going to have an electric motor in the bed, behind the cab. And then, of course, the parachute in the back end, it'll be a little drag truck. So, let's do this. And we are back from paint. I debated whether I was going to show this part, and I don't know. I guess if it makes it to the video, you guys will know if I did. But yeah, time constraints, etc. Plus, we got to go over the whole entry into the Outlaw Diecast Invitational for the trucks. So yeah, I got to leave time for that. So I would try to make this as quick as possible. And here we are. The Mighty Mouse Volkswagen T2 electric drag truck. Yep, that's all I got. That's all I could figure out for it. I couldn't figure out anything else to do to it. Um, I love it overall. The only thing I wasn't happy with was the roll bar that I wanted to use for it, which was a pre-made roll bar, obviously, from another car, was a little too small. So I actually had to hand make one. This is made out of some fencing ties, aluminum fencing ties. They're real easy to bend. I tried gluing them together and they just kept popping apart. This super glue wasn't going to hold them, so I ended up actually JB welding it together after it was all bent into shape and stuff, and let it sit overnight. And then I had to try and grind as much of the JB weld down as possible so it wasn't all clumped up too much in the corners. And then painted it, and yeah, it came out. Audibles. It's all about options and audibles. Anyway, that's it. This one's in the books. Now for my dilemma that I need your guys' help with. I had told you guys that these entries are for the 2077. Yeah, I got Cyberpunk in my head already, don't I? Yeah, these entries were for the Outlaw Speedshop custom truck invitational. But the problem is you're only allowed to have one entry. And like I always say, I usually give myself deadlines and try to cut it short because, yeah, otherwise this happens. My OCD kicks in and I just keep going and going. And God knows where I would end up. Alright, so this is how this is going to work as far as viewing, etc. I'm going to put each one up on the turntable, let it spin for a few seconds. I'm going to tell you what I did to it. And then in the comments, I need you to place your vote, with it being a number 1, a number 2, or a number 3. All right. First up on, this is not an auction block, it's just a block. First up on the block is the Joking Around, which, as you can see, has a slight chip right here above the door handle that I need to fix. I'd gotten a little bit of glue on my finger when I did it, and I tried to chip it off, and yeah, it pulled the paint off, so I gotta touch that up. Alright. This one is where I made my big mistake. I did a wheel swap on it, which was all fine and dandy, except for the wheels were 3 times as wide as the ones that originally came on this M2 machine. So that led to me having to do a tub in the front and back because the wheel wells weren't wide enough and the motor was in the way of the wheels. Well, if I was going to do that, I might as well do the lowering base too to make it even lower to slam it. So I went ahead and did all that. Then I did the tonneau cover and a roll pan and got rid of the bumpers off of it. And then, of course, we did the paint and decals. So that is option number 1. Option number 2. Custom stage fright. I did the wheel swap. These are the real rubber red lines. I added the dual Gatling gun motor because I wasn't happy with the motor being hidden inside. This doesn't pop open like the original stage fright, so you can't see the motor inside unless you look really, really closely. So yeah, it was kind of pointless. I always thought it looked weird having just a set of springs and an open area in the front end. As a kid, I never even realized it had a motor. That's how bad that was. And of course, I finished it off with the red Spectre Flame paint, which came out beautiful. I needed something other than the brown. Although the next one I think I'm going to do Spectre Flame brown, but the next one I'm going to make, I think I'm going to try and make it to where it flips open so you can see the motor inside. Alright, so that was option number 2. And we've seen option number 3, but let's take one more look at it because, God, it's beautiful. They're all beautiful, but I know which 2 I would be picking between, but it doesn't matter what I think, because you guys are picking what the entry is going to be for us. Yeah, I said us. You guys are part of this. You guys are my viewers. You guys are supporting me, so yeah. This is option number 3. This is the Mighty Mouse Volkswagen T2 electric drag truck. Try saying that 5 times fast. We obviously did the wheel swap because, yeah, the ones that were on it were pretty beat up and old. So, yeah, we went with a 10 spoke with the metallic red rim outline. We deleted the Volkswagen motor and exhaust that was in the back end and filled the motor spot in and put the parachute on. We added the electric motor behind the cab. We added the roll bar, the wing, and as I said, the parachute already. And then, of course, painted it and did the Mighty Mouse decal set. Now, this set of decals actually is from a 55 gasser, which, yeah. Now that you've seen it, let me turn it off here. If you look, and I went ahead and went with this even though it's kind of a joke. I mean, it's Mighty Mouse. But yeah, they came from a gasser, and I left the gasser stickers. So yeah, alcohol, gasser. Yeah, this is not alcohol gasser, obviously, it's electric. I also left the Firestone sticker because I didn't have a Goodyear sticker like the tires that are on it. But, you know, I thought about just sticker bombing it and putting a whole bunch of decals all over it, but that would have cluttered it up, I think. I like the clean look. So yeah, there's that. So, here we go, guys. Try to give you somewhat of a view of all 3 of them. Turn that a little more so you can actually see. Let's put this one so you ignore the paint chip that I haven't fixed yet. Yeah, if that one gets picked, it will get fixed before I send the picture in, just for the record. I've got pictures of it before, but it showed you could see the glue. And that's what I was not happy with. Alright. There we go. I think you can see them all pretty well now. So there we are, guys. There's our choices. 1, 2, or 3. Let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys like this video. I know it's a little different than usual, but, you know, trying something different every time, and I really wanted to get this entry in, and I needed some help deciding. So, I'm trying to look at it from Keith and whoever he has judging's point of view. So, I'm going with my own panel of judges. And that would be you guys. So, let me know in the comments below. That's it for this video. Until next time, that's all, folks. Bye now.